We're back with another review and thoughts on, this time, another Christina Ricci film, independent film, I believe, somewhat. It was written by Craig Brewer. It's directed by him and written by him. It stars Samuel L. Jackson as Lazarus, a character named Lazarus, Christina Ricci as Ray, and Justin Timberlake. Which at first I wasn't sure if that was him at the very beginning, and then, oh yeah, that is him. Okay. This is one of his earlier, I don't know if this is his debuting flick, because his acting isn't on really that, it's not bad, but it's just there. I mean, the first film I believe I seen him in was with Mila Kunis in Friends with Benefits, which that film is, I actually like that film a good bit, mainly because Mila Kunis, but yeah, that was a decent film. I remember not minding. This one, Samuel L. Jackson, I'm not really a big fan. Yeah, he was in Star Wars films, or prequels anyway. He's in Pulp Fiction, which I never seen. He's in a lot of stuff. Snakes on a Plane, which I never saw. I saw a parody, an epic movie of it, but that was it. But yeah, this one he plays some. He's not how do I describe his character? I mean, we see, like, this character, first off, he gets let go by his old lady because apparently his brother was banging his wife, so his wife decided to leave him for his brother, so he has tough times dealing with that. And then it goes to Christina Ricci's character, who's really the first scene we see is her and Justin Timberlake banging. And yeah, she wanted to show that she's not young anymore, not a kid anymore. She wants to be looked at as an adult, as a grown woman, and yeah, in this, she displays definitely that she is a grown woman of age. And I don't know how old she was during this film, but man, and I mean, granted, like it doesn't stay on the whole. Oh, she gets nude and naked. Not really. Like, she gets topless, at least in 2 scenes, maybe 3 if I'm correct. But yeah, like, her character pretty much is she's addicted to, like, banging, like, the whole town. Like, she's known, I guess, as the town tramp and, druggie. Because we find out later on in the film, she suffers from childhood trauma of her brother doing stuff to her, and her mom knew about it, but her mom... At first, I didn't even know who that woman was that she was talking to at the store, outside the store, because she doesn't even... I don't know if she ever addresses her as mom at the beginning. I thought she was just some town lady that she knew, local town lady. But no, that's her mom, and her mom don't get along really. And then even, like, you feel for Christina Ricci's character to a degree, because of what she went through, what she's going through. Again, it's almost like it's a raunchy. It tries to be a black comedy at spots, but then it has like these not even undertones, but pretty outlandish dialogue a bit, and some of it probably gets canceled today. I'm surprised that nobody mentioned this film of Justin Timberlake's resume, because basically this takes place. Well, it's a 2006 film, but it takes place in the South of Texas, and yeah, they do. Samuel Jackson, he does say, black. Of course, the other way, what they use now, and junk. what I describe as Kanye, and others. But yeah, Justin Timberlake actually does say, he does actually call Samuel, And I'm surprised nobody found this film nowadays and, oh, we need to cancel Justin Timberlake for using the N-word. But, I didn't really find it, it's not, I don't like it, but, like, I get, like, because the whole census, genesis, the whole meaning of the film is to try to overcome, like, your problems or trauma, such as, again, like, Christina Ricci's character Ray suffers from traumatic assault by the hands of her brother, who we never see, so I don't know what happened to that character. I guess he moved away, but then she gets, like, because we see her soon as Justin Timberlake's character, because pretty much he suffers from anxiety, and I think that's it. He doesn't like loud noises. But yeah, he goes off to the military, and the first thing that happens is, like, she goes to bang some other dude. At first, when she, like, broke down, like, when he left, I thought she was, like, a druggie. Well, she is a druggie, but I thought that's what she was craving for. She needed her fix, but turns out she needs her fix for banging and for drugs. Because then she goes to a party, and they play football at night, but Christina Ricci's wearing, like, a football gear, topless, pretty much. And I guess, I guess this guy who's Justin Timberlake's friend or best friend or brother, I'm assuming just best friend, but then he knocks Christina Ricci's character out after the party, and then leaves her out in the ditch somewhere, pretty much where Samuel Jackson is. He finds her the next morning, and this is where we pretty much get our two main characters together, where he tries to, because he's pretty much a down on his luck, somewhat religious man. He's a blues singer. And this movie is full of a lot of blues, old-timey music, which is fine. It's refreshing, unlike what they would use today, which is rapping and stupid hip-hop that doesn't make sense. Fun fact, well, it's not really a fun fact. A fact that the movie, when it was being marketed, Christina Ricci apparently did not like the marketing of this film. Christina Ricci did not like the marketing of this film, apparently. She thought it was a bit exploitive of women, but I'm like, you read the script, like, I think, but I mean, because pretty much the movie, like, she spends most of the time in her underwear, with she also wears a Confederate flag t-shirt, but it has, like, and then it has the American flag on the other side of it, so I guess we're gonna start canceling Christina Ricci as well. But no, but for the gist of what the film was trying to do and be, because again, it's trying to be like this somewhat serious film about redemption and morals, overcoming problems or whatever, trauma. There's even a scene, like, where she confronts her mom at the store, which I thought was a pretty good acted scene. It's really a sad scene, because, like, the mom, you just don't like the mom at all after, like, what she says, and even if she knew, she didn't stop, like, what was going on with the brother, so, like, she's just a piece of crap. The editing in this film it didn't really need to be that long. I think it could have been cut down a bit. There's even a scene, there's a character in this, I don't know how old this boy was, this character. But because Christina Ricci's character is has a high tolerance for banging, she apparently did not care what age, really, a person is, apparently, I guess. Her character does not care what age you are. Because this boy, because he does not look illegal, such as 18 or even 17. 17, whatever. But the rest of that, 16, 15, I'm guessing he was either 14 or 15. He, at one point, goes, because he's like a helper to Samuel's character, Lazarus. He goes to drop off, I guess, a basket or something, but then he almost leaves, but then he hears something, I believe, and then he goes in the house, sees Christina Ricci chained to a radiator. Because, oh yeah, a lot of people made jokes about this film with the radiator chaining. I mean, I get what it was trying to do, so, but he pretty much walks in on her. She just mauls him, closes the door, and then it cuts to outside, and Samuel's character pulls up, goes in the house, kicks the boy out, so we get the gist that she, dominated him, I guess. And they kind of just laugh it off, like later on, like when Samuel's talking to him in the barn, like he even asks, "Why she changed your radiator?" And he's like, "That was your first time, son, huh?" And I'm like, again, this kid's gonna need therapy a bit because he's a grown woman just, violently just assaulted him. Granted, he probably liked it, but at the same time, probably didn't know what was going on, and still, and to a degree, but I don't know, like the way they played it off, like it was just, oh, he was, all right, cool. He got banged by a druggy chick who has problems, and I'm only 14 or 15. Because this kid did not even look 17. So, but yeah, that whole, and then even at the end, like, they don't address, because at one point, Justin Timberlake's character comes back from the military, because they kicked him out because of his anxiety, he can't shoot straight, and all that. Yeah, I was thinking, like, at one point, at first I was thinking, why do we even need his character? Because he's kind of boring and kind of pointless. But then, like, they sort of justify why he is in the film and why they sort of work together in a way, whereas he helps her stay composed as she does him when they're together. But when they're apart, they pretty much, can't deal. So they sort of liked that. But yeah, even at the end, like, it's just, they get married, because I guess, I did like how, what am I forgetting? I liked how at the end, she overcomes her urge to, because when Justin Timberlake's character is at the wheel, there's like these trucks near him, and they're blowing the horns, and he doesn't like loud noises, so, he pulls over, starts to have a panic attack, and at one point she starts getting her craves to bang his anxiety away, but then she's able to overcome it, and able to just comfort him, and then it ends. So it's like, long as they're together, they're unbeatable, but when they're apart. So I sort of like that message a bit. I did like some of that. Even Samuel's character with this other lady, town pharmacy lady, they get together at the end, which was pretty cool. So it sort of ends on a happy note in a way. Aside from, again, the serious undertones of assault, family stuff, and drugs, and we're pretty much addictions. What I'm trying to say. Yeah. Again, the acting was pretty good from Christina Ricci. I thought was really good. Samuel, of course, is fine. Again, I'm not really a big fan of him, but I thought he was decent. Justin Timberlake, when there's spots where he like does it, he uses his neck a lot, and when he's acting, which is kind of funny because like he, at one point when he's in the bar, like this old timer is like making fun of the military or something, or making jokes, and he like Justin Timberlake goes off and like he uses his head a lot in acting. I'm like, why are you doing that? But yeah, the friend of Justin Timberlake, who I guess he's mad because Justin Timberlake's character had a future and he was gonna be somebody, do stuff, but he got mixed up with Christina's character, and that kind of detoured him from wherever he wanted to go. So that friend's mad, but then that friend's kind of two-faced because then I guess he must have messed around with Christina Ricci's character at one point, but they never show that, but he like hints at it, so I guess they must have at some point. But and then that character is kind of just beat up by Justin Timberlake's character, takes his keys, his truck goes to find her. Yeah, then that character is kind of never seen again. So I don't know. This film, it was kind of mixed for me. It's a fine watch. I mean, if you want to see Christina Ricci topless for like 2 or 3 scenes, whatever. Because she's mainly in her underwear and with a low cut tank top, whatever you want to call it. But again, people today sensitive probably wouldn't like the film because of what's on her shirt with the Confederate and people saying the N-word. Only twice in this I heard, only twice. But and they also use a term, racial slur to gay people in this as well. Only once, and but yeah, people are still going to get uppity about that, I guess. So probably cancel this film, right? But yeah, it's not a bad film, really. It was fine. It was okay watch. I liked the message of what it was trying to do. I believe the writer also did Hustle and Flow, which I seen. That film's okay. I would have to watch that again because I think the music in that's probably a bit better since it was dealing with rap and hip hop. Actually, good rap and hip hop, unlike today's. But yeah, I would say if you're a fan of Christina Ricci, go for it. If you're a fan of Samuel, go for it. Justin Timberlake, again, I'm not really a big fan of him at all. I didn't mind him in Friends with Benefits. I can't think of any other movie he's in. I think he's married to Jessica Biel. They had a kid, I guess now. So, or not now, but back when they got. Anyway, goodbye.